we stand at a critical point in the life of our nation. And the question we face today may well shape our national destiny. Will we as a nation continue our downward descent with our ever-growing culture of death? Or will the recent presidential election become a watermark, beginning a turning back to life? The answer may well depend upon what happens with the nomination of the next justice to serve on the Supreme Court. What became clear after the dreadful abortion rulings of the 1970s has been confirmed and even magnified with the same-sex marriage ruling in 2015. The Supreme Court of the United States wields too much power. Power not given to it by the Constitution. That much is clear. But what is less clear is how to judge a Supreme Court nominee. Some say we should look at previous rulings, but those are not always a reliable guide. In fact, it might surprise you to know that the late Justice Antonin Scalia voted with Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg on a full 70% of the cases before the Supreme Court when they served together. Now, that's not because Justice Scalia was some kind of closet liberal. It's because many cases do not really have an ideological component. The issues are pretty clear-cut and are resolved using established judicial principles. But for those cases where there is a matter of interpretation, we need to know one thing above all else. What is the nominee's judicial philosophy? Looking at mere results rather than the person's judicial philosophy gave us justices like David Souter and Anthony Kennedy. The nominee to the Supreme Court must have a firm judicial philosophy rooted in originalism. Simply put, originalism is the belief that the United States Constitution should be interpreted in the way the authors originally intended it. That is, the actual words of the Constitution have a fixed meaning, widely understood when it was adopted. In addition, the nominee must also have a firm commitment to see originalism defended. This originalist view stands firmly against liberal judicial activism, which says the Constitution is a living, evolving document. That view has taken our nation to the brink of an awful precipice, with the future of true freedom in doubt. Only justices who believe the Constitution means what it says and that we submit to that meaning rather than making the Constitution submit to us can help us set our government back on the pathway of freedom.